Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the I'm a Goldfish podcast. I'm Jerome.
I'm Taylor.
And it's very weird doing this podcast without headphones, Taylor. I gotta admit.
It is
it's
very
so
odd.
weird. We usually do this podcast like with headphones on and all kinds of shit, but we're not at home this time, so we can't. So, today, to start out the podcast, it wouldn't be an I'm a Goldfish podcast if we didn't talk about CW at all. Flash is a show on CW. Have you heard of that show, Taylor?
Is the one with the guy that shoots arrows?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's that one. His name's Oliver Queen. No. So, on Flash, originally, the guy who played Eddie in Flash, you remember him, season 1?
Yeah.
Spoilers, died.
Oh, you didn't have to go that far.
Spoilers, shot himself right in the heart.
Was it the heart?
I don't know. He shot himself in the chest at somewhere. But when he was originally going to be Jay Garrick, like I don't know if he was going to be Eddie and then become Jay Garrick or like what their plans were, but it's kind of interesting that he was going to be Jay Garrick in the beginning. Like, I kind of wish, just like when you hear about it in a movie, like, oh, this guy was going to be cast as that. I wish like you could
see what
you could see like what their plans were. That at least like hear about it or something. I don't know, but that'd be really interesting to see him as
that.
I think I would have too, because I liked him as Eddie.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, it would have been cool too, because like if they would have went like how they normally did the show and all that, and like how they like the Reverse Flash said like, oh, you'll never amount to anything and all this shit, and then he becomes Jay Garrick, like that'd be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll never know now.
Yeah,
because they didn't do it. But that's I wonder if he's pissed, because like so he signed on to technically be a Flash.
That's what I was.
And then he gets killed off the show.
That's what I was wondering, because like if it was in his contract or whatever, like what if that was the only reason he signed on to the show?
Yeah.
And they're like, no, that's not in your cards.
Yeah, that's not what we're doing anymore. Okay. But it'd be really interesting to see how that went. But also in other Flash news, there's been some people saying online, people that got to go like to the set of Flash, but like they can't take pictures or anything, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
That they've seen Jessie Quick in her Flash costume. So people don't know like if it's like like they run through the Speed Force and it's like a mirage of someone, or like if it's something where she's just in the outfit as a trick, or if she really is Jessie Quick in it. Like the people don't know exactly like in what context, but I'm pretty sure, because they alluded to it a lot last season, that like I'm pretty sure she is gonna be Jessie Quick, which would be awesome. We get to have Barry Allen, I forgot his name, Wally West, and
super stoked,
and Jessie, but like all them flashing around.
Flashing around.
Isn't that
my god?
Isn't that how they say it?
Yeah.
They're all
We're flashing around.
Flashing around, going to parks, showing our dicks to children.
Bad.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't call it that. But yeah, do you think it'd be cool to have a girl Flash on the show?
No, I think it'd be terrible.
Oh, okay. I guess we'll just move on then.
Of course it would be great.
I hope they just don't do what they've done with every other superhero, like on their shows. Is we got this character. And then, we're going to go away for a few months now. Then you'll see us in the other show in a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it'd be cool, like, if how they're doing, because, like, Reverse Flash is going to be a bad guy in Legends of Tomorrow next season.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be cool if, like, one of the other Flashes can be a good guy on Legends of Tomorrow. Or, like, stuff like that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I mean, get a Flash, maybe get Colton Haynes back on the show, get him on Legends of Tomorrow.
Of course.
Although I doubt that'll happen. But that'd be cool. But he's kind of seems like he's over stuff like that.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, I think he might already be done with doing Scream Queens too, because I saw him tweeting about I don't remember exactly what it was, but he's doing a movie with like Scarlett Johansson and
Snap.
What's that model? She's known for her really big boobs. She was in that movie where they all dated the same guy, and he didn't know that they were like they knew that he was dating all them.
John Tucker must.
No. It came out recently. It was with one of the girls in it was a Charlie's Angel.
I can never freaking remember her name.
But you know who I'm talking about. Hopefully the audience knows too. He's in a movie with her also. Kate Upton. Yeah, Kate Upton. He's in a movie with her also.
Mm-hmm.
It's called like, it's called something.
I totally thought you were talking about John Tucker Must Die. Though.
No, but I don't know. They're in a movie that has something to do. I think I could be wrong, but it has something to do with like the word "sexy bodies," maybe.
Is that the name?
No,
of it,
I don't know.
Or is that just what you're thinking?
I feel like
Colton Haynes, Kate Upton.
I feel like it was something with sexy bodies. It was something with bodies and maybe sexy, but I don't know.
I feel like you're just saying.
I didn't write that one down because that was just what I came up with. I didn't know we were gonna bring Colton Haynes on here.
Oh.
Well, yeah, that was just a little thought after because we talk about Legends tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, they might be done filming though.
Yeah, well, that. Thank you. That's the reason I'm saying that because he's been tweeting about that and he's been like Snapchatting all this stuff and like before he was talking about how he likes working with them and he's not doing that anymore. So either they're done. Either he just doesn't have any parts coming up or like in it, or they're done filming it.
Out, I think too. So
well, yeah, but a lot of time in TV shows like they film half of it and then it comes out and then they film the rest. So either they're on a break or they are done with the whole thing. Because wasn't the first season pretty short?
No, I don't think so.
Was it 20-something episodes?
No, I guess short for you.
Yeah, short.
Short in your term.
In my terms, yeah.
I think it was like 13 maybe.
You know what I didn't write down, but we could talk about it. Isn't Pretty Little Liars coming to an end finally?
Yeah, 2017.
Never mind, you just answered that. I was gonna go. When does that happen? 2017. I didn't expect you to do that. I was gonna take a drink while you talked.
I'm sorry, I took that away from you.
I forgot. So at this point, like, what's going on in the show? Like,
I am a season behind.
You're a whole season behind?
Yeah.
Have you heard that it gets any better? Because I'm pretty sure you were complaining about it before.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it hasn't.
Has it gotten better?
I haven't, like, it's such a bad show that I love to watch.
I almost kind of want to watch it just because of how bad you've said it is.
I told you about the finale, the last finale.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You know what maybe we could do? Might be interesting, which you'd have to fill me in, but let me like be part of the podcast.
What?
As if when it starts, I'll watch the last season with you, and we could talk about it on here, and like we can see like from my perspective how bad it is, or maybe even how maybe I'll like it. Who knows?
Yeah.
But and like from your perspective, and that could be like a thing we talk about on here.
That'd actually be pretty interesting.
Yeah, we could do that because like I'm assuming around the time that starts, like Flash and shit like that'll start too, and then we'll talk about those on here, obviously. So that could be one of the shows we talk about.
Yeah.
That might be kind of cool.
So they're in their like mid-season finale.
Oh, I thought you could be like mid-30s and like they're still lying.
Actually.
Really?
I think they are.
Oh my god.
Remember 10-year flash forward or whatever?
I mean, I do now, but I didn't because I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
But so, how old were they in the show when it started?
16 maybe.
I guess 10 years. Some other 7 seasons now, right? The 7th season.
Yeah, I think so.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, because 8 one's the last. But in the trailer too, it reminded me of Don't Breathe, the movie we just saw. But there's this girl that's blind in the show the whole time, and they're like standing.
And they're in her house, and they try to take her money.
Well, they're standing in her somewhere. They're standing somewhere.
You know, this is a very informed podcast. You know,
I know.
Let's go watch this movie. It's called
it's
something.
It's just a trailer for the things.
Yeah.
Like, she has like a gun and is like at them, and they're both like.
And then their phone rings and she shoots it.
I don't know. She could shoot them, but she's like aiming the gun right at them.
Do you think at the end of the season she's gonna get semen squirted in her face, like in Don't Breathe?
I hope not.
You know, that would make the show good for me. If I watch it and she's like, "You pretty little liar," and then squirts semen in her face, I would love it.
God, Jesus Christ.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
Probably not, to be honest. But someone was like, "How can you be trapped by a blind person?" And I had like flashbacks to the movie.
You just send them the trailer.
Yeah,
to Don't Breathe.
Much.
Like, this is how right here. Which Don't Breathe. I'll talk about that briefly. Which that's not the movie we're talking about later tonight in this podcast. But we saw Don't Breathe like last weekend.
Yeah.
It was pretty interesting, but I feel like I'm starting to not like horror movies as much. Or like I don't know. I feel like I don't know exactly what the feeling is. But like I watched the movie and I was like, "Oh, that was good." But like it didn't like fulfill my need, if that makes sense. Like,
okay.
How did you feel about the movie when it was done?
I thought it was good. Because I really liked the guy in it.
Oh, yeah.
And
I did too.
Happened to
and
him.
Some things happened. I don't want to spoil that. I can spoil Flash for you that happened 2 seasons ago. That came out like last weekend. But yeah, there's several moments where like, okay, spoilers a little bit, even though I just said that. Several moments where like things almost happen to him. And then stuff does.
Well, okay, it's a horror movie. He almost gets killed.
He almost gets killed a lot, yeah.
Yeah. And
but
like every single time it was like.
And the only thing is you're like, oh, he probably will. But only because the beginning of the movie is the end of the movie. It's one of those things.
Yeah. So
which
was very
of all things, horror movies shouldn't do that because you're like, okay, well, none of these other people matter now.
Yeah.
Not a single person matters.
Yeah. Which I don't get
And
because they
they-
showed one person dying in the trailer.
Yeah, they show it's about 3 fucking people,
Yeah,
and they show
one
one of
them
the people die,
dying in the
and the
trailer.
guy doesn't die until like the 30-minute mark
Which
either.
is like, I thought it was a good movie. There was just like, for instance, showing the ending in the beginning.
Yeah, if I didn't,
And
if
the
that
trailer, like
say,
those things.
say you
kinda
don't watch
messed
the
with it.
trailer and you miss the first 30 seconds of the movie,
Great.
it'd be a great movie.
Yeah.
But without those two in it, it was like, I'd give it like it was a B. I mean, it was really interesting. I really
Mhm.
liked the way they filmed the movie, shit like that. But I don't know.
It was a good concept too.
Yeah, it was a really good idea. Although they did that typical thing at the end of horror movies where it's like, he survived, and now he's probably gonna come for you, and blah blah blah, and then it just ends.
Spoilers.
I forgot to say spoilers.
Spoilers.
Don't breathe.
Spoilers. But yeah,
Maybe
I liked
if
the guy going into it, so I was like, I don't want because like the girl's obviously the main person, but I was like, I cared more about the guy.
Yeah, you know how like they always gotta one up themselves in the sequel.
Yeah.
I got an idea.
Right.
This is you're the studio. I'm gonna pitch you a sequel right now. Okay.
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 Hey, how you doing? I'm Jerome.
No,
You're supposed to shake my
I
hand.
don't want your movie.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I'll go. All right. So you saw Don't Breathe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you watched it.
Mhm.
Did you breathe during it?
Yeah.
That's not important. Okay. So at the end, the guy survived. The blind guy.
Yeah.
The blind guy. I said that twice by accident.
Spoilers.
I'm pitching a sequel. Of course, there's
Yes.
spoilers. He goes to his sister's house. His sister's deaf. So it's a blind guy and a deaf guy hunting down the girl that survived the movie, and she has 2 more friends now. And they're in a even bigger house with even more like weird trapdoory rooms. You want my movie?
If I could do a cricket impression,
I should get a soundboard ready for this podcast. Is what we
you
should do.
should, because that was a terrible idea.
It sounded way better in my head, and then as I started telling it to you, I realized I didn't have much ideas.
Yeah, you did.
I just really want to see a movie where it's the same blind guy that talks all weird,
Yeah.
but with the deaf girl.
Mhm.
But she's like really high pitched sounding. So they're like opposites.
Oh my god! And then they sing a duet.
But like they have to use each other because she's like, I see him, and he's like, I hear them. Oh, but he can't say that because she's deaf. Fuck, there goes my whole movie.
Well,
Because he can't talk
she
to her.
can read lips.
Oh, he knows sign language now. But
Or she could read lips.
maybe, yeah. But he also knows sign language. But like maybe it's like a little bit of a comedy. He fucks up sign language because he can't see it. Should we move on?
Probably. This is one of the worst ideas I've
Yeah.
heard.
Okay. If you like that idea, hashtag Don't Breathe 2 Blind Lady.
We'll get right on making that.
Yeah. But we won't make it, but maybe someone else will. Some more Flash news, except this time it's Flash movie news. It's reported at websites that the villains of the Batman, of the Flash movie is gonna be the Rogues. So like
The what?
The Rogues, which I wrote down people's like who they want to be in the Rogues for the movie, and the top people are, which I almost just read top as one of the people because I put top in my notes, is Grodd, Zoom, Reverse Flash, Captain Cold, and Golden Glider, which I'd be which let's see, all of them have been in the Flash show. So
wait, what was the first one?
Grodd.
Oh, I thought you said Groot for some reason.
Yeah, they're gonna steal from Marvel.
I was wondering how would they even do that? But
Which I mean, Zoom and Reverse Flash, I doubt they put them both 'cause that's basically the same person.
yeah.
But if they had a team of Captain Cold and like a movie budget CGI Grodd and like Golden Glider, which like she's barely in the Flash so it won't be a big deal if they recast her. But my only problem is like I don't think they could get a better Captain Cold in the movie.
Yeah, I don't know if I would like the Captain Cold.
Yeah.
It would have to be a good actor, obviously.
Yeah, like I don't know who it would be. I mean, I'm sure they'll do it and we'll love them. Maybe. Jinx, you owe me a pineapple.
Okay.
But yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting that they're gonna go for that, like a whole team of. Although it seems like DC's thing now with their movies is we're gonna get a group of people
Yeah.
and just throw them at you.
Yeah.
Because also they're doing Justice League Dark,
Yeah.
and that's like Constantine and Swamp Thing and all like Doctor Fate, and it's a whole another team of people. And they
I
got
think-
Justice League coming out. Like I think they need to kind of slow the roll and like do Wonder Woman, The Flash, Batman, and then even like maybe a Constantine movie, like slowly roll out these people and then team them up. Like
Well, because I think they're starting to notice that people like the way the people interact, like
Yeah.
the superheroes. So they're just
Or,
like,
like-
attacking it.
yeah, or like
going
or
whole
just
hog.
maybe not give every single person their own movie, but put more of these people in the other movies, like have them
Yeah.
have brief cameos, because then we'll know who they are. Because you can't do every single movie
Yeah.
be a whole team of people.
A whole team of new people.
Yeah, like I mean, at least in Batman v Superman, it's like Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. You know who they are.
Yeah.
So like that's not a big. Justice League, everybody knows the Justice League, just like everybody knows like Captain America and all them. You know,
Mhm.
so it's not a big deal. But like I feel like the Rogues, like I didn't even know who they were
Yeah.
until the Flash show. Which I mean, I didn't really read comics much until after watching Flash show.
Mhm.
But I feel like most people don't know who the Rogues. Like the only thing you've seen the Rogues in is Flash. So like
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's a cool idea. I think I would like to see. Motherfucker, I feel like my thing is when we do podcasts and like YouTube videos or whatever, is I forget people's motherfucking names.
Yeah.
What's the guy from True Detective that's not? I almost said Harrison Wells. That's not
Woody?
Woody.
Harrelson?
Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
What's the other guy's name?
Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey. There's rumors that Matthew McConaughey would be Reverse Flash, and I feel like that would be awesome.
Oh, that would work. I
So
think.
I mean, imagine Matthew McConaughey versus Ezra Miller.
That'd
That'd be real cool. I feel like,
that age gap too.
yeah,
Like they have like an
which
age gap.
would
in
be
the
cool
show.
too, 'cause like if they do like Reverse Flash, he's from the future, so they show him all old and like I don't know. I feel like it'd be real cool to do.
Yeah.
But moving on, so we have some fake news.
Bum bum bum.
So a fake Sky News Twitter account tweeted early this morning that like a fake picture, like they clearly photoshopped, that PewDiePie is like in cahoots with ISIS and like he's related to them, all this shit. And guess what happened?
What?
PewDiePie got unverified on Twitter because of it.
Are you kidding?
So he started going like rants, like tweeting like all this stuff about people about it, like Philip DeFranco's tweeting back at him. But yeah, he's not verified on Twitter anymore because of the fake Sky News tweet. Because some people were believing it. Like I even saw Philip DeFranco did a video on this, and he's like, "Yeah, I read that, and then I did like 30 seconds of research, and then I have common sense, so I know it's not real." I don't understand people sometimes.
Verified just means like
It means
you're,
it's really him.
yeah, you're famous and it's you.
Yeah.
What
So
does
I
being a
don't-
part of ISIS
I feel like
make him
I
not
think
him?
Twitter is like, "Oh, it's ISIS. Get rid of him."
Like that
but, like-
doesn't even make sense.
I don't know how you could see PewDiePie and think, "Oh yeah, I bet he works with ISIS."
I know someone's so popular. Like, what is that even? Like,
Yeah, I
are you
don't-
gonna really believe that?
Yeah, that was pretty dumb. And then
Yeah.
also in the news, we have I forget his name, Chris Brown. That's my thing. Forget people's names.
Jesus.
Chris Brown is in the news. A beauty this whole story is weird. It was going on all
Yeah.
day today. So apparently a beauty pageant girl with maybe a friend or something, went to his house and they were gonna party or do something. I'm not sure. And apparently Ray J was there also. And
Mhm.
like they wanted to do something, and then Chris Brown pulled a gun at them. So then she left and got the police and SWAT team there. So then they surrounded his house, and then finally when they got there, and were gonna go in. He threw a whole bag of drugs outside of his house, and like they found guns inside. Like
Mhm.
it was real. I believe he got arrested, but I'm not positive. But like that whole thing is weird.
How is he
Chris
even so
Brown is
famous?
stuck in word. And then he was doing all these Instagram videos. And at one point, like he's like, "Oh, everybody talks about me. Every 3 months, you guys make up some story about me. What's next? I'm gonna fart out an elephant."
I know that was the weirdest phrase.
But like, I don't know if it was just me, but in his Instagram videos, he seemed like he was drunk, high, or something. Like he seemed messed up.
Yeah, I don't know. He could just be psycho.
Yeah, but I don't know. And like,
I don't
he
know.
also like, he was kind of annoying. He's like, "Oh, I barricaded myself inside my house. But I barricaded myself in this palace. Have you seen my house?"
I know
And
that
I was like,
part. I was
"Wow,
like,
can you
cocky.
say dick face?"
I mean, I could.
But yeah, that was
I
a
don't know.
weird story.
How is someone who's like is known for beating a woman and stuff like that's a known thing, but people still.
I always
like
find it
him.
weird.
Like, how can you?
Like
forget
this
that?
this actually be a little bit related to our movie talk.
Yes.
movie we're gonna talk about is like people that like get caught for stuff like that, and then they go on to do more work and like they collab with people. Like I always wonder like if that's awkward. Like I'm like here with Johnny Depp, he got accused of all that,
Yeah.
and then he lost, and like there's even video proof and all this shit and pictures. It's like say he goes to work on Moose Jaws with Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
Don't like wouldn't you think that'd be a little awkward, or do you think
I
they
mean-
just ignore everything?
Probably just ignore everything. It's kind of like in the same way. Well, okay, probably not for Chris Brown. Some people probably disconnected from his life
Yeah.
altogether. Because that's, I mean, because that was 100% just known.
Yeah.
But like, I bet it's just like things like how the same thing it is for like us like non-famous people where
Yeah.
you're just like,
Well, I guess
ooh,
yeah,
I know the issues behind you and your
I guess that's
family
true
and
because
stuff.
stuff like that does happen.
Yeah, you just
Although,
pretend
like,
it didn't.
Like with Willow and her family members, when we go to her get-togethers, there's certain people there that like it's really awkward because we know certain things like that.
Yeah.
But I guess we don't bring that up.
Yeah, we just
So
kind of
that's
ignore it.
true. I guess
Yeah, that's what I would
we answered my
think.
question.
And if you knew the person beforehand, depending how close you were, that's
Yeah.
affecting too.
So the last thing I have written in the news is the whole Rock Vin Diesel
Yes.
fucking fiasco. So it's rumored that because the WWE, I believe it's whatever, their big thing they have, that's like the Super Bowl of WWE basically.
Yeah, but I couldn't tell you the name
I
of it
forgot what
if
it's
I tried.
called. That starts in April of 2017. And Fast and Furious 8 comes out in April of 2017. So there's a whole fucking thing how their fight is, I'm doing air quotes here, real, and they're going to fix it on WWE.
There is no way a real fight would ever be fixed on that.
Yeah. If that's the case, that's so fucking stupid. But on the one hand, they got me because I want to watch The Rock and Vin Diesel fight, even though I know it's 100% fake. I watched Stephen Amell fight
Yeah.
Stardust. I think it was called SummerSlam, but I don't know if that's the same thing they're doing here.
Mm-hmm.
But because I want to see Arrow fight in there, and it was really cool.
Yeah.
I paid $10 to watch the whole thing, which they got me to watch. I watched the WWE all day that day, just waiting because he was showing up doing other little things
Really?
there. But I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool, and I'd like to see Vin Diesel and Rock fight. But on the other hand, why don't you just be like, oh, to promote our movie, we're gonna fight here, not make up a whole fake fucking thing, do Instagram stories and
Yeah.
shit like that to make it dumb. Why don't
Well,
you
because
just?
it was weird too. Like you've known this person for how long, and then you guys get in like a
Yeah, I mean they've done at
Scrap.
least. He's joined in Furious 5, right? The Rock, didn't he?
maybe.
Or is it 4?
I think it was.
It might have been 4 because that's the one where they like escape the Mexico tunnel and all that shit, isn't it? And the Rock's chasing them,
I think it's 4.
right? I think he's in 4 a little bit,
Oh,
and then he's like
yeah.
a main person in them from then on.
Yeah.
So that's, gotta be 4 movies when this one comes out. So it is weird that he's like, oh, I fucking hate
And,
this
like,
guy. And that's
long as
and that's
4
just been
years.
building up, and this is real. But I don't think it's real that all this stuff's coming out.
Yeah.
But yeah,
At that, especially with the fight,
Okay,
like
so-
that's not real.
would you watch them fight?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I'd watch it, but like I'm not gonna be like stoked.
Yeah. Does this make you not want to see Furious 8 at all?
Okay, Tom, that's not
I
going
know.
that far.
It is gonna be weird seeing a Fast and Furious and Paul Walker not being in it at all, though.
Let's not discuss that.
I remember me and you holding back tears because He Who Can't Be Named, we went and saw the movie with him, and him and his girlfriend were like kind of making fun of the movie, and then me and he were there like and like
I
we're
don't
like
know why,
we
but Fast and Furious has me invested,
Fa-
and that
I don't know
I'm
what it is because like the
so
first
torn up.
like 3 movies are pretty shitty. They're not that great, but they're
No, I
not.
still
th-
really
but
like those
they're
ones.
they're good, but like they're okay. 3's not. 3's terrible.
Three's
But like
not
the
a part
first
of-
2, the second one, Vin Diesel's not even in. He didn't even want to be in that movie.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, I'm too good for Fast and Furious now." But then they started getting successful, so he's like, "Oh, put me in a little end of 3."
Mhm.
Which now that I'm thinking about that, if he was like that, I wonder if maybe he is cocky and set and all that.
Maybe.
Huh. But anyways, like they're like the first 3 aren't that amazing movies,
Mhm.
but then they go into 4 and on, and they're like completely different movies, but they're really good.
Yeah. Well, I think a big part of Fast and Furious is like if you've been watching all of them, it's like the family kind
Yeah,
of
you get-
to it.
It's like you get to see like it's like a family movie, but with like Transformers action.
Yeah. Well, like, 'cause like you like it's like the more character moments that are like the best and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
that's
Like
true.
you have the action,
Or
bits, which
and
are really
also like
cool.
it's like a group comedic thing. Like they're funny with each other.
Yeah.
Like Ludacris making fun of Tyrese and stuff like that.
It's like it's
Like you couldn't get. I don't know. I get what you mean
Yeah.
by that. Yeah, that's the whole thing. But that's why I like it. Which makes me also be like, I wonder how to be in 8.
yeah.
Because like they're adding more people too. Like I can't think of her name, Charlize Theron. She's in it, and you know the old guy. I think it's Kurt Russell, I believe, the guy that was in the last one that was like the army guy that got them together basically.
Oh,
He's
which
in.
I didn't really like him that much.
He's in it more, and I think there's more people that they added to it too. So like, I don't like that they're adding more people, but I'm wondering what they're gonna do too. Because I think after
I don't
8
know.
they're gonna do 9, and I think that's it.
Yeah, Paul Walker was my favorite though.
Yeah,
him
Paul
and
Paul
Vin
Walker was my
Diesel's
favorite.
Relationship was good to watch, so I don't know how much I'm gonna like.
Yeah, like I
this.
wonder like if Vin Diesel's gonna be like buddy with someone else. Or like I wonder if maybe they buddied him up with The Rock, and that's where that drama started, or like if that's real, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. It'd be really interesting. I wonder if a trailer will come out soon. If it comes out in April 2017, like you think a trailer would come out pretty soon, maybe around like Christmas time or something.
Maybe.
But yeah, their whole fight thing's weird.
Yeah.
We'll have to see. I mean, if they are doing that, I'm pretty sure they'd have to announce it soon. Which I hope they know the second they announce it, there's not going to be anybody that believes it's real anymore. Because like, there's no possible way that that's real, and they're gonna like solve it there. But moving on to the main event. Drum roll, Taylor. This sounds like you're banging on a wall.
Great drum roll.
We just got back from the early Fathom event screening of Yoga Hosers.
Yes.
It was pretty cool. I liked the little intro thing they did in the beginning too. It was when Harley Quinn was kind of making fun of Kevin Smith basically for talking so much.
Oh.
Which is funny because like you hear that from other people, but it's funny to see his daughter make fun of him.
It is fun to see the way they mess with each other in a way.
Yeah, and then like when she called him on stage, and she's like looking the other way, and he was like creeping up on her. I was hoping he was gonna scare her, but then she turned around.
Funny.
But yeah, the introduction was cool. What was your thoughts on the movie?
I thought it was good. It was like obviously it's not like amazing like writing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just because it's about bratwursts.
It's about Nazi bratwursts. Yeah.
But like it was good. It was
funny. It reminded me a lot of like a girl's Clerks, but that showed like more of their lives because I showed them at school and stuff like that. But the stuff with them, it did remind me a lot of Clerks, but just like if Twin Girls Now were the Clerks.
Yeah, I could see that. It was very silly.
I was wondering before I saw the movie because like they were briefly in Tusk, so like I wondered like how much I would like them because like we don't really know their characters at all really. But I thought they were pretty funny too. I liked how they both sang in a lot in the beginning. The whole opening is them singing with Adam Brody. He's the drummer, and he has all those weird tattoos all over his body. Because I'm pretty sure that Lily Rose Depp, I'm pretty sure she like sings because you know how Johnny Depp plays like guitar and he's like in a band and stuff like that. So I think like she's a musician too. But I know for a while that Harley Quinn wanted to be like a bass player. Like she didn't want to be an actress; she wanted to be a bass player, and so like she probably could sing too. I believe it's both of them singing for reals.
Yeah, it sounded like
which
it was.
They sounded pretty good. I was kind of surprised by that.
It sounded like it was definitely.
Yeah, so I liked that part of it too. And then there's little bits that I didn't like. Like I didn't like their parents, not Kevin Smith's wife, but the other two. I don't really like them. So like it was like for me. But other than like those things, I enjoyed like probably 80% of the movie.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny. Like I like Jason Mewes' little cameo as the rogue cop.
Yeah.
And Gila Point was Gila Point. He was really weird but funny.
Yeah.
And also, I knew before we saw the movie that he was gonna have moving moles around because I listen to like every single comes with the podcast, anything he puts out, and he talked about it. But so that was Johnny Depp's idea. I guess originally they were doing a scene. He was like, "Hey, I think it'd be really funny if like." Every scene, like every time I switch my moles around or like even add more moles. Like it's just really weird. He's like, is that gonna fuck you up like editing the movie or is that cool? And Customer's like, yeah, you do whatever you want. I'll be fine. So like I was looking out for that in the movie, and for a little while I was like, oh, they probably edited that out. I don't see any. Like, for a while it didn't
Yeah.
move. And then all of a sudden he got like one in his eyebrow. And all of a sudden it was like in
Yeah.
the corner of his nose, corner of his eye. And then he had like 6 on his face and 1 on his shirt. And I was like, oh, wow. He really did go crazy doing that.
It's just like it hits a point and then they start going crazy.
Yeah, like he did it. You can tell like he did it a little bit to test it.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's like, oh, no, do more. Oh, no, do more. Like,
Yeah. Once it goes in the middle of his eyebrows,
Yeah.
that's when it goes crazy.
it got to the point where I was waiting for them to comment on it in the movie.
Oh.
'Cause I thought they might.
Yeah.
And then you brought this up too in the car. It was funny how like the first time they see the Brazzies, they just start killing them.
Yeah.
Like usually movies they freak out and run away, and then the Brazzies or whatever the thing would attack them, and then they'd attack.
Yeah.
But right off the bat, they just start like throwing the microwave, blow it up, smashing it.
I mean, I guess it did kill a boy right in front of her.
That's true. It crawled in their buttholes.
But it's a little. They just like instantly went for the kill.
Yeah.
Throw him in a microwave.
What did you think of Tyler Posey?
He's funny.
I liked him too. I want to see him do that more. Like I hope he goes in Moose Jaws, and I hope he's in Mallrats the show.
Yeah.
Like I want to see him play a goofy character more.
Because like we only get to see his serious character.
Yeah,
because
like even
like
like Dylan O'Brien is silly in Teen
Yeah.
Wolf, but he doesn't really
Yeah,
he doesn't
get
ever
that
get to be.
chance.
So it was
But I
really
think
funny.
He really is silly. So like
And
it's cool to see
they were
that.
Satanists and they wanted to kill both
Yeah.
Colleens. That I didn't expect that at all.
Yeah, I thought it was funny how like Tyler Posey had like this like little Canadian accent, but then
Yeah.
his friend had like such like a big one.
Yeah, I don't know. I really liked all the characters like that in it. And then, did you like Ralph Garman in the end?
Yeah, he was funny. I thought the impressions.
I really like him.
funny
All
too.
those impressions, they do that on Hollywood Babylon.
Oh.
So like every single one, like as he did, I was like, oh, I wonder if he's gonna do this one. And then he like kept moving on. I really like his impressions.
Yeah, they were good.
They're really good too. And I
Yeah.
like how they show me like, oh, I watched every single movie on Netflix to learn impressions, and they show him like learn it. He's like, oh, I'll be Bach, and it just slowly gets better and turning into Arnold
Yeah.
Schwarzenegger.
See, like even that one was like great, which is
Yeah,
not
it was
easy.
really really good. What's funny is I forgot what their show is called. We were watching. Do you remember Mima had us watch that show where like they were trying to do impressions and they were doing it to the other
Oh,
comedians?
I don't remember.
And
the
a
name.
couple of them did impressions that he does, and I was like, oh wow, those are terrible. He do like I was thinking
Yeah.
like he should be on this show, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that show's not going anywhere.
Probably
Because
not.
everybody, it just seemed like it was like them trying to do an impression of
Yeah,
somebody
it
else.
was-
It was
they were
it
all
was
bad.
real bad. But so after watching Yoga Hosers, would you go see Moose Jaws?
Yeah. Why not?
I'm really interested in it because I mean, from what Kevin Smith says, it's literally the story. Because he says this is his first parody movie. He's never
Mhm.
done that before.
Yeah.
So it's literally the story of Jaws, like everything.
Mhm.
But instead, it's in like the forest with a moose.
Which is very odd.
So I don't know how they're gonna do that. But I'm very
Yeah.
interested because it should be about, unless like they've switched it around, it should be about Harley Morenstein, Jay and Silent Bob,
Mhm.
Gila Point, and I'm assuming maybe the Colleens,
Yeah.
which is an odd group to have together.
Yeah.
And like I bet Justin Long and like all them will be in it like at
Mhm.
some point. But I feel like it seems like his movies are getting weirder and weirder as they go along.
Yeah.
So I'm
definitely.
expecting Moose Jaws to be batshit crazy, especially because like Jay and Silent Bob are in it now.
Mhm.
So like
Yeah.
it'll be really weird seeing them in these weird CGI like monster movies.
Yeah, it really will be.
Because like, they're gonna do some weird stuff in their movies, but everything is basically doable.
Yeah.
in
and,
real
like,
life?
Realistic. Yeah.
So it'll be kind of neat. I wonder if he'll kill them, because like in these movies, characters die and show up other places. Because it's not like he has to like have continuity like connections in all the movies like
yeah,
legit.
I mean,
So
the
like
Tusk guy was the yoga instructor.
yeah, so like I wonder if he could kill off Jay and Silent Bob in a movie.
That'd be funny. I feel like he wouldn't, but I
Mhm.
don't know.
I also wonder if in Mallrats the show, if Jay and Silent Bob will be in it a lot, 'cause that'd be kind of
Yeah.
neat. I
I
bet
wonder.
they'll have like little cameos there now, but it'd be kind of cool to have like I don't know. It's a really cool idea to have a Kevin Smith movie as a show.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like I bet you that's what he'll do his best, 'cause
Probably.
like he always talks about how he used to write stuff, but he has to like cut stuff out 'cause it's too long. And like as his daughter said in the beginning, he loves to talk for a long time.
Mhm.
So I feel like if he can write 10 hours of something,
yeah.
that'd be pretty neat.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really liked Yoga Hosers. I was actually kind of worried I wouldn't,
Mhm.
because after we saw Tusk, I was a little disappointed in it, and then I saw it the second time and I liked it more.
really?
And we watched it last night before watching Yoga Hosers, and I think last night was the most I've enjoyed Tusk.
Really, I really liked Tusk.
I liked it, but like I don't know, I feel like I just had my hopes up way too high for it. Like I feel like I ruined
Probably.
it for myself by doing that.
'Cause it's
So
not really
then now that it's been a while since I've seen it and I saw it last night, I was like, oh, I actually do really like this movie, and plus I'm in the credits for it. If you
Oh my
watch
God.
Tusk on DVD or Blu-ray, and the credits when it shows like all like the fans that tweeted or Instagram to it, look for the J Train. Oh, and I'm right there. It's my Instagram.
Wow.
Just a quick little shout out to me in the movie. But so since you said you liked Tusk a lot, which movie did you like better, Yoga Hosers or Tusk?
See, even though they're like both Kevin Smith, I feel like they're so different. Cause
Yeah, they are very different.
I wouldn't really consider Tusk a comedy.
I wouldn't either. No, not at
whereas
all.
Obviously,
Yoga
this one
Hosers is
was
like
a comedy.
Yoga Hosers is a Kevin Smith movie. Tusk is a really weird movie.
Tusk is like starts off as like a normal like thriller kind of thing in a way.
Yeah.
And then it becomes like, whoa.
And it becomes like, what the fuck am I watching?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I don't know. I
you
feel
don't,
like
you
they're
don't think
not
you
really.
don't think you can choose because they're so different? I guess I could see that.
Yeah, like
Let me ask you another question now. After seeing Yoga Hosers, what's your favorite Kevin Smith movie?
See, again, I don't know. It's probably either Tusk or Yoga Hosers.
Really?
But yeah.
I think
don't know
mine's
which.
still Dogma because I really like Dogma,
Mhm.
but I think Yoga Hosers is second now.
Nice.
Which before would probably would have been like Mallrats or Clerks 2,
Mhm.
but Yoga Hosers is definitely my top two
That's
because
good.
I really really liked it, and I'm hoping I like Moose Straws even more than that goes in my tops. But yeah, I almost want to go see it again on Friday because it doesn't officially come out till this Friday, which is September 2nd, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
But I kind of almost want to go see it again. One, to just contribute to the movie, and two, just because it'd be cool to watch it again. Because I think I did that with Tusk. I think we saw Tusk early, and then I went and saw it when it really came out again. I just saw it by myself because you and Dad went and saw some movie about a baseball player, I think. You guys saw some other movie about, but it was either a baseball player or it was a movie about the blind musician Ray Charles. I don't know.
So much that you're saying.
You guys went and saw another movie.
I think we saw The Draft, probably.
Is either The Draft or the one about the black blind guy.
I never saw anything about a black blind guy.
So it must have been The Draft then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it must have been that. I just remember thinking by myself and I was like, wow, these fuckers hate me.
Jeez.
Not really. All right. So we are hitting the end of the podcast. We're at the what are we reading / watching. I didn't write down really anything for you because you were at badminton. I'm tailored. I like to play sports now all of a sudden. But for me, little old me, which technically I wrote 2 things down for you, but they're mostly for me too. Which we'll get to those at the end. So I started reading Fight Club 2 because I really like Fight Club the movie, and I want to read the first Flight. I want to read Flight Club. It's about a bunch of pilots. No, I want to read Fight Club, the book. But I've been reading Fight Club 2, which is a graphic novel, which is really, really fucking weird. And you know how in the movie Robert Paulson, I think he gets shot in the head by the cop, right? Like they go to do something and then like he dies. I believe it's getting shot in the head. I can't remember. Do you know the girl? I can't think of her name. Marla? Yeah, Marla.
Yeah.
As she's like, because in the book, I don't want to spoil too much for people, but she's going to check on like the dude because he like run back up the Fight Club house. I think his name, which is weird, they say his name in the book. It's Sebastian because you know how like they never say his name in the movie.
Oh yeah.
So she goes and checks up on Sebastian at the fight because she fucked up to put him in Fight Club house because their kid got kidnapped. And when she's walking away, she gets a call and it says Robert Paulson, and she like thinks it's a prank call, so puts her phone away. And then standing like in the background, you see a guy who basically looks like the guy from fucking Goonies, like his head's all gross and weird. So you just assume it's Robert Paulson's back.
Yeah.
But then that's where I've stopped reading because I haven't continued since then. But I think that's in like chapter 4 of it, I believe, chapter 4 or 5.
Intense.
But like it's really interesting so far. I really like it. She also is Marla's hanging out with these kids that have a disease where they age super fast, so it looks like she's hanging out with little old ladies, but they're really like 6-year-olds.
Oh, geez.
It's just so weird.
That's weird, yeah.
But I really like it. It's a little more extreme than like the movie. It's like kind of comic booked out, but I like that. but I it makes me want to read the first one more to see like what they had left and like didn't put in the movie and stuff like that. But it does make me. I would totally watch Fight Club too if they did it from the story,
Oh,
because it's pretty
that's
cool. Like can't remember the guy's name, which probably isn't good. But Brad Pitt's character, he's got like really long hair in it now, and like it looks pretty cool. Almost like part of the story is that his therapist hypnotizes him to come out of Sebastian. So then like they have like talks, so like they plan basically the Fight Club shit around that. And then he like snaps his fingers or whatever, and the guy comes back and like he thinks they had like a therapist session, but really he was talking to Brad Pitt basically.
That's weird.
But like it's a really cool story. And then also, I finished season 3 of Orphan Black.
Nice.
Just wanted to put that on the world. So now, if I want to finish the story or I watch more, I gotta either buy season 4 or wait for it to show back up on Amazon.
Yeah.
Which I'm hoping they'll go, because I think, you know how BBC took all their shit off of Netflix because they're D-bags? I think they teamed up with Amazon now, because like all the Doctor Who's on there and like Orphan Black and shit like that. I saw that Doctor Who season 9, which is the one that just happened, is gonna be on there in September. I believe like September like 10th to the 15th round ish. So maybe Orphan Black season 4 will be on there. I didn't see that on the list, but maybe. If not, I'm gonna have to go buy that. I'll probably just get it at Zia's, because that's where I buy everything I watch now. But I think season 3 was my least favorite, but I still liked it. I think season 1, like the beginning of season 1 was my favorite, and then the end of season 2 I liked a lot too. But I think season 1 was still like the best, because but that's also when you're figuring out like, oh, those clones, oh, there's this clone. Like it's like really cool figuring it out, and you get introduced to all the characters. But I still enjoyed it. It's still a really good show.
That's good.
And then also I wrote down the list. I don't know if you saw this earlier, but I wrote down we watched Now You See Me 1 and 2, which this was all Taylor's idea to watch those. She went and saw Now You See Me 2 in theaters. I don't know when it came out, right?
Yeah.
And talked me into. We got the first one from Zia's, which the Blu-ray disc didn't work. We had to watch the DVD version, which we bought on Blu-ray for a reason.
Yes.
But the first one was really, really good. I really liked it. They do a lot of magic. I liked. My favorite parts of it is when they do like their magic shows and they're talking, do the presentation. Like you can tell like they're like tricking the crowd, which I've always been like intrigued by magic shows.
Yeah.
Like I remember when we went to elementary school, every once in a while they would have an assembly and they'd have magic guys come and do shit on stage. And I'd be like, oh my god, this is amazing. They have powers.
Oh my
like
god.
I would love it. Everybody else would hate it, and I think they quit doing it after a while. But I loved it. So like I really liked the movie. But then we saw the sequel. We bought that on Amazon. Shout out to Amazon.
That one we got.
But this I like the sequel a lot. My only problem was the sequel made it so there's no reason to watch the first one at all.
Yeah.
Because it tells you the entire story really quickly, and then you're like, oh, okay.
Which is probably because Daddy said, and I know it didn't do good, but like
the
first one did
Which
do good, so they wanted to be able to.
That
do
does
the
happen
second one
if a movie doesn't do good, but then everybody in the movie becomes famous and like they're around, and then people are like, oh, then like they want to see a sequel now. Like years later, they do that a lot in movies. But I think the sequel was better because like it's weird because they're the main guys in the first movie, but like it's mostly about Mark Ruffalo and the cops. Which I mean, then it all goes around and you realize it's not all about the cops. He is part of the Horsemen and all that shit.
But like, for instance, in like the second one, we do get to see those like the cool ways in which they do the magic tricks.
Yeah, like that scene. I almost sent you a thing to it on Facebook today. I was scrolling through Facebook and someone had that scene where like they're in that room and they're flicking the card around, going all around their back and like throwing it to each other. Someone's like, I don't know why, but I find this scene so amazing. So I was like,
too.
that scene is awesome. It's really cool.
Yeah, when I watched that in theaters, I was like, oh my god.
I want to know. I didn't
this.
look it up, but I want to know like if they really learned the tricks or if that was like a CGI card and they're just like twiddling their fingers and all that. I mean, obviously when it's going through their shirts, it obviously is. But like, cause it looks like it's real. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I mean it's a great scene because it's so like it's almost like a fight scene in a way. Like you like know how like they have like such intricate things.
Yeah.
But it's like you actually get to observe like what's happening. It's not just like this.
It's not just like they did something and then it's done or whatever.
You see it going from each person and what they're trying to do.
It definitely reminded me of, which I told us when we were watching. It reminds me of the Ocean movies, because like they're going to rob a place, do whatever. Except they do it with magic, which I find that so much cooler. Because then you also get to see them do the tricks and like all stuff. Like the end of the movie, spoilers. The end of the movie with the whole plane thing and they throw it out. I was like, what the fuck are they gonna do? And then it turns out the plane's never in the air, and they show how they made the plane fly and crap like
when
that.
I watched that, I was like mind
I
blown.
was like, that is really cool. I really liked it. I definitely recommend watching. I say watch both the movies because they're both entertaining.
Yeah.
But if you don't have the money and you can only get one, I'd say get the sequel.
Yeah.
That one's the better one. But if you want to watch both, I'd definitely say watch both. So lastly, the last thing we will talk about tonight, which I want to talk about briefly because I haven't done a podcast since we watched it, the night of finale.
Oh, yes.
What are your feelings on the night of finale?
Honestly, like I couldn't care less.
I knew I was going to be disappointed. I was disappointed in most of the episodes. But I was hoping so fucking bad that we would at least see how the bitch got murdered.
Yeah.
Like we didn't see a goddamn thing.
Mhm.
And then finally they make you like I'm like 95% sure that it was that guy that showed at the end. You don't the money guy. I don't remember what his name is no, it wasn't Taylor. That was his stepdad. He was the money guy for her, and he ended up dating her, which they basically say like they're gonna go get him. But that's like all they do. Like, oh yeah, let's get this asshole, and that's it.
Really stupid because there were so many things that like they were just bad investigators.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like they
the cops said his semen was in her bed.
Yeah.
Like 2 different guys, like stuff is in there, and you're not even gonna question the other one.
And also, they made the episode 95 minutes long. They really fucking know how to stretch out shit.
Yes, like when the guy's at the end and he's eating like the food and watching.
Yeah, he's watching TV.
Cat commercial.
He gets a call from someone else and he's like, "Oh, what'd you do?" All right, and because his whole thing, the whole entire show is no fee until you're free, and it's like it's $200 cash. That's it. And the guy's like, okay, so he puts his phone away, and then he sees a commercial for like a pet shelter, and like in the arms of an angel.
And you know what I kind of think is stupid too?
What?
How it's supposed to be like, oh, this whole thing changed their entire lives and everything. But like that is your job.
Yeah.
Like have you not had any? Obviously, this is his biggest case.
Yeah.
But like you knew this was coming. You can't if this is gonna be your job. Not every case can affect you like that.
Yeah.
Like, that's not going to work
out. Well, and also, oh my god, that fucking bitch.
Oh my god.
The lawyer girl is so fucking stupid. So you know what pisses me? You know, I just realized this right now. It just broke my mind a little bit. So she does all this shit. She fucking puts drugs in her coochie for him. She makes out with him on camera. Loses her fucking job for her biggest case too, because I think it's like her first one. Cause she was early in being a lawyer. And then they never hang out when he gets out of jail. I just thought about that.
Yeah,
he goes and meets the guy lawyer, and then goes and fucking smokes crack or whatever by the river, but doesn't hang out with that bitch that put crack in her cooch for him.
I know. When he was going to, I think it was when he went to meet the boy lawyer.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna go see her, but no, they never even see each other.
Yeah. Oh god.
It was stupid.
For one, I feel like they really, really, really should have got to the court scene stuff a lot quicker.
Yeah, because I feel like that was the only interesting part for me.
Yeah, and then also, it could have been a few episodes shorter.
Yeah.
Like, it could have been an 8-episode limited series instead of... Wait, it was 8 episodes, huh?
Yeah.
Could have been... I was thinking it was 10. Okay, so it could have been a 5 or 6 episode limited series than 8.
I felt like it could have been a 3.
But it's bad that I thought it was longer than it was.
Yeah.
You could just feel the hour longness of it.
I mean, some people love it, but like it just really didn't click for me.
Yeah, I don't know. Their second episode. If their second episode was as good as the first, or if not half as good, I feel like it would have changed my mind a lot about the series. But the first episode was like basically like a short film of like a terrible night. And I really liked that. Like the first episode I think is really, really good, and I liked it. Like if it was a short film and it ended like that, I'd say, oh, this is an amazing short film. But then episode 2, like nothing fucking happens. They drag shit on just like the finale. Yeah. And then episode 3, it gets a little more interesting, but it's just like that. And then 4, oh, cool stuff happens. 5, kind of cool stuff happens. It wasn't consistently like entertaining and good. I don't know. I'm glad it's over and I don't have to watch it anymore, which is terrible for a TV show.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I didn't like it too much at all. And what is really annoying is like, So he's watching, like I was saying before, he's watching that animal commercial, and it's weird as the cat winks at him. He's watching the commercial and the cat winks, but you're like, oh, at least he'll go get the cat back. At least we'll get that out of the show.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes and finally it takes like 15 fucking minutes to get out of his goddamn house.
Yes.
He leaves, and the cat looks by the screen. He had the cat the whole fucking time. So why did he get all sad watching the commercial if he had the cat?
That's what I really didn't get.
And also, he wasn't wearing gloves or anything like that. Like, he didn't have all the shit on that he usually has to take care of the cat. The cat was walking around the house now. So, like,
it didn't make sense.
Yeah, I don't know. There was so much shit in that show that was weird. And, like, I don't like how, like, they made, it could be the guy who drives the hearse or whatever it's called, the dead body mobile. Or it could have been the stepdad. Could be this guy. Could be that guy. It could actually have been Nas. Nope, it was the money guy we didn't introduce to episode 5.
I know. I feel like their whole thing in the show was like the only thing that made it semi-good to people, and like
was
me,
to speculate and like theorize who it is.
Nothing.
Well, you put it best. You're like, see, what's dumb about that is like you're not even really following the show because like anything you say until episode 5 doesn't even fucking matter because you don't know.
Yeah. Because you don't know the character.
Yeah, you don't.
How are you supposed to guess she had a boyfriend?
He's a boyfriend that controlled her money and had liked to gamble.
Yeah.
Like, how would you know that? The whole situation. Like, I don't know. If they would have said, because like obviously they can't get into the episode 1, but if episode 2 or 3 they mentioned that like actually did their fucking job as a cop and learned about her and her past and get all the information right. They could have easily got him.
She could have even like mentioned a boyfriend, how like she was mad at a guy or something like that.
Yeah, it just said something about it in the car.
Just hinted about it a little bit, but no.
Yeah. Well, okay. What would you rate the show out of scale of 1 to 10? What would you rate the show?
I mean, it wasn't unwatchable.
Yeah, definitely not.
I wouldn't say it's terrible. It just wasn't entertaining.
So it's like our podcast.
I mean, I guess. Yeah, like, it's like watching someone's, like, just, like, if I watch someone live.
It's like a shitty reality show.
It's not going to be terrible. It's just not going to be entertaining.
Yeah, basically,
So,
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe a 5. I don't know.
I think I'd give it a 6 out of 10. Because there's moments more of it that I liked than you liked. But I'd give the overall series a 6 out of 10.
Yeah. I mean, I'd probably rate it higher, but, like, even the court parts and stuff like that I liked, like, honestly,
See,
I would not be upset if I never saw them.
I liked that, but it was at the point where I didn't care about the show anymore. Like, it was too late for me.
I think it's because also I do not care about any single one of the characters
okay,
except for the
let me tell you, what if it did, say it did episode 1, and then it did, it somehow mixed episodes 2 through 7 together. Like, did that. Like, say they did episode 1, and then they did episode 2 is 95 minutes long, just to mix all that shit together, and then they did the last episode. Would you have liked the show better?
Yeah, probably.
That would have been like basically make it like a 4.5-hour movie.
Ooh, take it back.
Well, no, not all together at once, but it would basically be like that, like one episode. I guess it wouldn't be 4. It'd be like 3.5 hours.
I don't know. There was so many.
Because it'd be like so little things like that.
Things that I feel like they.
But because like if they mix the episodes like they couldn't have the drawn out shit. If they mix the couple episodes together like that.
Yeah, that'd
maybe
be better.
maybe 4 episodes instead of 3, just to get more information out there. I think I would have liked it better if they did shit like that.
Probably.
Because then they could have done like, 6 months jump. This is the information we have. 6 months now. This is what we have, and then the finale and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I feel like that would have been cool. But anyways, let's not be super negative anymore and talk about this show. This was I'm a Goldfish podcast. I'm just saying words to end it now. But yeah, thanks for listening to the I'm a Goldfish podcast. If you enjoyed this podcast and you're watching it on YouTube, please give it a like. If you're on Spreaker, give us a little heart. Maybe even write us a review on iTunes if you would like to be so kind.
Oh my God, the way you're speaking.
But also, we have a new feature now. It's a brand new feature. If you go to therealplika.com, you could listen and download episodes of I'm a Goldfish. The episodes will be uploaded to therealplika.com first. And I believe that's it. So if you want to listen to the podcast, you can listen to us on therealplika.com, iTunes, YouTube, all that shit. Go subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Spreaker. Check out our website. And we will see you guys next time. As soon as the music plays.
Oh my God.
I was waiting for that.